What's up? So I'm going to, I have a few natties here that I've been wanting to make. A couple of little guys like this. This one. And this one. So we're going to make a few PFS frames. I have been shooting this OPFS and it fits me so I love this thing. It is one of my go-tos. Every single day I pick this thing up and shoot it, and I've been loving it. And something that I noticed was that when I made the BFS, you can see how much difference there is in the fork width on this. So that makes a big difference when you're shooting, when you want to anchor properly and you're aiming off the fork tip. So I'm going to use this as a template. We're going to make a couple of natties. I think that one might work. This one's going to have to be a natty PFS looking, because I'm not sure that we're going to be able to get that in there. And then this oak one, this looks like it's going to work pretty well too. So I'm pumped. I'm going to try to make all three at once. I'm going to try to make all three within a day or so, because I have today off, I have tomorrow off. I think we can get it done though. It shouldn't be too difficult. Let's get it done. Okay, so next up, I just went over and took them all to the saw. So now we have, blanks, sort of. Now I am going to try to clean these up a little bit, because there's still like some bark on there. And we'll make it work. We'll do what we gotta do. I'll show you guys what I got going on here. So it started with the 80 grit sandpaper. I got this one here. Watching me sand, you're probably not going to care too much about that. I also started putting a bunch of super glue into the cracks and the voids. And so what I'll do is I'll put the super glue, clamp it up so that it stays up off the ground so it doesn't get glued to the ground. And then basically let it dry while I'm working on another one. And then once the super glue dries, I'll get back at it with more sandpaper. As soon as I'm done, super glue, let it sit, work on another one, etc., etc. So you see here, I got some super glue in there too because there's some voids. So we're going to build up some layers of that as we work up the grits. And then this guy. Now, I will deal, obviously I can make a really easy fork. I can make an easy gap in this one. I don't think it's going to be too much trouble, although I am going to start some super glue on this one because I just finished sanding that one with 80 grit. This one I am a little bit worried about, so I'm going to keep building up super glue layers and hopefully get a really nice firm hold on that, and then we'll just eat away a little bit at a time, probably with a the scroll saw, so that it's a nice gap. But obviously it's a pickle fork, you want it to be a little bit narrow. This is a much bigger gap than a half an inch. It's actually damn near an inch, but it's just going to be a mini slingshot. It doesn't have to be a pickle fork. It's just tiny. That's all. So I'll keep working on it, and I'll show you guys like each step along the way, what it looks like, and then we'll get the finished product. I'm so pumped. It's already 10 p.m. I'm going to work for a little while, probably until about midnight on this one tonight, and then we'll take over tomorrow, and hopefully they'll be ready to go by the end of the night. Okay, we got sanded up to 150. I'll try to show you each of them at one time, what we got so far. And I've still been putting some super glue in some spots as well, so you might see some runs of super glue there. These are going to be pretty. They are pretty old dead wood. They're very dry. And then this one. So you can see I also cut the gap in there, and basically all I did was drill a hole with a drill and then cut into the hole on either side with the scroll saw, and then start using sandpaper in there just to get it nice and even looking. So now I'm going to keep the super glue process going, and then I'm going to also get these up to 400 grit. So these are sanded up to 150 right now. So they're going to get up to 400. I got to try to find something in between the 150 and the 400 grit. I don't know if I have any 220 sandpaper or 320 sandpaper, but I'm going to have to try to find some. But they're looking great. I'm really happy. I'm really excited with the way that they're turning out. So keep sanding. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a better look at what they actually look like right now. It's they're sanded up to 220 now. And this is the one that's more of a gapper. I think there's about an inch gap on that one at the widest. Show you the next one. And then the last one, which I think is turning out to be my favorite. A much better look at them here individually. At this point, what I'm going to start to do is throw super glue all over it, and we're going to start to hit it with the 400. And then once it's completely covered and it's got a really nice uniform coat of super glue, we'll do a really light touch with the 600 and then buff them up. Man, I'm so excited. All right, let's do it. All right, so this is what they look like after a couple of coats of the super glue and then sanded up 400. So I coated the full thing top to bottom in super glue and then sanded it back with some 400. We're going to put a couple more coats on there, sand it up again, and repeat that process until I have a nice uniform coat all the way around each frame. So there's one. There's another. And then here's the last one. Awesome. I'll keep working. All right. Get the last coat on there. So they're a little bit shiny at this point, not terribly shiny. But you can really see the grains now and the colors in the wood. Give you guys a better look when they're done. But right now, I'm going to take it to the buffing wheel on my drill press. And then they'll hopefully be done. Sometimes when I get it to this point, there's just spots that I've missed with the glue. And so what ends up happening is I end up buffing it up a lot, almost to a finish, and then I notice some spots. And you're going to have to take a little bit of sandpaper, rough up around the spots. I would give it a once over just to make the whole thing more even, just to make the coat more even. And then you'll have to coat it again with super glue and buff it again. But this is getting to the point where it's like really exciting. It's almost done. It's just fine tuning at this point. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll show you what we got.